Thank you once again for joining. Again, I have to apologize. On Monday, it was the Golden State Warriors game for versus the Utah Jazz. I had it all planned out initially, but I had a few things that I needed to sort out, and I had to go up and cancel that. If you didn't see it, I put a post. That's what I kind of generally will be doing if something does come up. I put a post on the channel saying that game I've had to cancel at short notice. So I really appreciate it for everybody there that was expecting a live. Unfortunately, didn't manage to have one, but I am back for this one, and it's an NBA Cup one, and I'm looking forward to it. I did go back and watch the Warriors game actually just before this one, and I have to say, really loved the performance from the Jazz up against the Warriors. I thought that they played pretty well for the most part. Obviously, the Warriors were trying to stop Lowry from doing his thing, but the biggest problem in that game were lots of silly errors, not shooting the three ball pretty well. But as we keep talking about it, the Jazz aren't a 3-point shooting team. So that one was always going to be a tough one. And then the Warriors just shooting better at threes. And slowly but surely, as the game went on, the gap between the Warriors and the Jazz just got wider and wider and wider. And then Warriors end up getting the dub. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good performance from the guys. Um, Obviously, the most notable ones, Larry, I thought had a decent game. Keontae George, and obviously Ace Bailey, the potential future franchise for this team, having a really good game again, showing that little bit of improvement every single time. And this is going to be another game where he gets to put an opportunity to make an improvement, because this is a game whereby it's another game where the Jazz have taken a loss. And even though that I thought that they played pretty well, the Jazz really need a win. And I know there's a lot of people tanking out there that, saying, hey, Jazz need to keep racking up these losses. Like, no. I forget about the draft pick. Like, I do want to see the Jazz progress. And I think part of that is winning games. And even though I'm not as bullish on this game as how a lot of people are saying, how a lot of people have the Jazz as the favorites for this game. And I think this is the first time where we've been favorites for quite a while. I think maybe up against the last time that we faced the Kings, we're actually favorites. But for me, I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a difficult one. They're in similar type of mode to us. They've been losing a ton of games and they really want to win. So I think it's about even. Probably going to say maybe a little bit towards the Jazz because Sabonis is out of this game. But we can't underestimate the Sacramento Kings. Zach LaVine, they're going to be dependent on a lot more. And he's perfectly capable of going off. The last time that we faced him, I put out tons of videos and tons of clips talking about the Sacramento Kings going up against, I think it was Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, and there was someone else that was just like they were really good at shooting the three ball that we were just constantly having trouble with. And that's something that we got to watch out, like how we have to watch out with every team. But I'm really going to enjoy what the Jazz are doing in this game. I think it's an opportunity for us to win, and I'm looking forward to a win, potential win at the very least. So the game is getting ready to start, and obviously they're doing the whole visuals on the Jazz and all the video packages. But let's go and take a look at what the starting lineup looks like. And my guess is that it's going to be roughly around the same as what we've had in the last several games. Give me a sec, and then we will kind of get started. So this is our starting five, and it is the same as normal. Again, more consistency, and that's something that I like this season in comparison to last season. Is that we're seeing consistency with our lineups. Last season, we were one of the worst teams to have the same lineup. We just never saw it that many times. And yes, injuries were part to do with that, but a lot of the time, it was just Will Hardy not knowing really what to do in terms of this team being very, very far away from a final lineup, and obviously the tanking effort had something to do with that. But nevertheless, that's where the Jazz were with that. And then for the Sacramento Kings, they actually do have a lineup. That lineup got dropped 18 minutes ago, and this is what their lineup looks like. So Keegan Murray is back. DeMar DeRozan's there. So they got Westbrook, Levine, DeRozan, Chris Murray, and Drew Eubanks, former Jazz man. And the one thing I will say is this, like, a very experienced lineup. We got a lot of young guys out here, and they're just putting the lineup on the TV right now, and it's confirming this lineup. This could be an issue. DeMar DeRozan, I still rate. Like I still think he's a good, solid player. I think if you let him get to his spots, he's going to finish you. Zach LaVine is probably having one of the best seasons of his career. Shoots the mid-range well, shoots the three ball even better. And Russell Westbrook, the experienced vet, like we know what he can do, offense and defense. And I'm a big Russell Westbrook fan. And then Sabonis is injured, but they got Drew Eubanks. We know what Drew can do. We've seen what he can do. And then Chris Murray, I know he's had lots of injuries, but he should be able to, if he can show anything like what he did in his second season, then we're in trouble. But he hasn't started off the season pretty well. So we'll see how it all goes. So I'm going to stop sharing. And yeah, that's it for the games so far. Game looks like it's getting ready to start. Let me change the layout first to this. Let me get ready to put the scores up. So at least when the game is start, all of you can see the scores, and then you can hear my commentary as well. Okay. All right. So basically, we're ready to go. Guys that are looking to come on the court. Ace Bailey saying a bit of a prayer right now. I got a prayer right now. Oh my God, let's go, Jazz. Can we get the win? Oh, Heavenly Father, I hope so. We need every bit of divine inattention, every bit of positive thinking, so that my Utah Jazz can get something out of this game. One thing I'll also say is I love the Utah Jazz NBA Cup court. And looks like they're about to get going. Nurkic and Eubanks go. Nurkic gets it. But the tip goes towards the Kingsway. And Russell Westbrook gets the ball now. And we're off. All right. So Westbrook there. Westbrook, Keegan Murray there. With the layup, it's a miss. Jazz get the ball back. And Keontae George brings the ball up the court. It's a three by Svi. No, it isn't. It's a drive. Svi gets the drive. Jazz are up by 2. Well done for Svi for getting the Jazz off to an early couple of buckets. Westbrook there. Passing it to Zach LaVine. Back to Westbrook. Ace Bailey is on Westbrook. No, it's a switch now to Keontae George. Keegan Murray there gets past Lowry, and he gets a 2. And Keegan Murray there giving the Kings a couple of points. All right. Keontae George there. Passes it to Svi. And Svi. Oh, to Lowry. Oh, no, it's a steal. All right. Kings there to Russell Westbrook. Oh, yeah, you're not going to stop Russ from getting to the basket. And then Russ is going to go to the line to shoot one. Gets fouled by Svi Mykhailiuk on that play. I mean, what are people talking about Russ don't have it, man? Russ still got it. I like Russ, man. Like I like his attitude towards the game. Always goes out there and gives it 100%, no matter whether it's in the regular season, definitely in the playoffs. Love him when he's in the playoffs. All right. Keontae George now has the ball. Keontae George drives. No, on the other end. Open three by Ace. It's a miss. DeMar DeRozan gets the rebound. Keegan Murray there has the ball. He brings it up the court. DeMar gets it again. DeMar to Keegan. Keegan with a three. It's a miss. Jazz get the rebound. Jazz are going to get another bite at the cherry. Keontae George has the ball now. Oh, it's a three by Svi. Come on, Svi. Oh, no. No, it's a... Oh, Jusuf Nurkic gets... Oh, what are we doing? No. Oh, Jusuf Nurkic completely bottled that one. And you would think he was going to go get an easy layup. Russ with a midi. Oh, that's nothing but air right there. Russell Westbrook looking for the foul, but I don't think he's going to get any, and I didn't see any, to be really honest. All right, Lowry there. Lowry's setting up Jusuf Nurkic. Nurkic gets the easy two. That is not a foul. Get up, Drew Eubanks. Don't know what you're talking about there, mate. All right, DeMar DeRozan backing up with a midi. The master of the mid-range, DeMar DeRozan. Keontae George now rushes up the court. Screen set by Nurkic. Nurkic there, corner, Ace to Svi. Svi driving to the basket. He gets a layup. Svi Mykhailiuk now at 4 points. Well done, Svi Mykhailiuk. Setting the tone for the Jazz very well. Gotta love that. All right. DeMar DeRozan. Keegan Murray. To Russell Westbrook. Westbrook misses a three. Ace Bailey gets the rebound, though. Sacramento Kings are ahead. Lowry with a layup. Nice one, Lowry there. The Jazz right there really getting into the paint. I think that's going to be the... Oh, Zach LaVine. Oh, Zach LaVine says, fix up, look sharp. Because I'm coming down to the basket. Gotta love that there. Lowry marketing. Post up on Keegan Murray, but it's a block. And the Kings there. Look, Zach LaVine driving to the basket. It's a foul on LaVine. And LaVine's going to go to the line. That is not what we wanted right now. I will say that. We do not want Zach LaVine getting to the line. I mean, they're putting his points so far this season. This season, he's averaging 20 points a game. I think that was 20.1 points on average before that disappeared. But, like, Zach LaVine still has it. Like, all this crap about, like, they should get rid of him. I mean, the only reason why you trade Zach LaVine now is really for a cap space issue. It has nothing to do with talent. Oh, looks like Ace Bailey kind of got fouled on that one, got hit in the jaw. I think they said there was a little bit of blood, but nothing happened there. Zach LaVine misses the first free throw. Good for the Jazz on that one, for him to miss. That is a situation we do not want. And then Sacramento there makes the second, though. Oh, it's another steal. What are we doing? Come on. Keegan Murray there tries to drive to the basket. Gets hit out of his hand. Apologies for not putting the points up. I had to refresh the page. I think I clicked on the link just a little bit too early. And points just didn't come up. But now the points are there ready. All right, Keegan Murray shoots his first. Puts the Kings up by 11-8 right now. Keegan gets Kings' second one. They're up by 4 right now. All right, we got Keontae George in the ball now. No changes so far. Keontae there to the corner to Svi Mihailuk. Svi Mihailuk with a miss. He misses and he drives out and he gets the layup though. Svi Mihailuk, I think that puts Svi on about 6 points. Nice one for Svi Mihailuk. You know what? Like Svi Mihailuk's been great this season, but I do have to give a little bit of cheering for that one. Or at least some clapping. I give Svi Mihailuk a bit of clapping for that one. That is definitely warranted. All right, Keegan Murray there with a midi. He drains it. Kings still up by 4 right now. I did say this was going to be a very close game. The first game that we played earlier on this season was a close game. Ace Bailey drives to the basket. Ace Bailey gets blocked by Drew Eubanks. Russell Westbrook there feeds in Zach LaVine. And that experience is just showing right now. And they're just cleaning up. You know what I also forgot? The Kings also have a young center by the name of Maxime Renaud, who's supposed to be really good, but you've hardly seen any of him this season. And it just shows because they are definitely rolling with the vets. And so far, the vets are putting them up by 6. It's not exactly like the Jazz have played bad. It's just that a few little mistakes here and there, and the Kings are just punishing them for it. And that, that just comes part and parcel with you having a young team and you're still trying to establish a starting 5. But the Kings have played well. I completely give it up to them. The Jazz are definitely going to have to take it up a level in order for them to get the win in this game. But I believe in them. I think they've shown that grit and that fight throughout the last several games. And as long as we play some defense, like I don't have any problem with that. No problem whatsoever. So the one thing I will do now, though, is take a look at what the stats are looking like. So the Jazz are 5 of 11 from the field. No one has made 3, but the Jazz have attempted 3 threes throughout this game, and they're 0 for 3. And the Kings have taken 2, and they're 0 for 2. Free throws. I mean, we haven't really driven to the basket like that. We haven't driven to the basket where the Kings have felt the urge to foul us. So we haven't had any free throws. All of our points have come in the paint. Yeah, that's it. Kings have had 5 turnovers and the Kings are ahead. See, that's where like the Jazz should be capitalizing on that. Because if I go back and watch this game, I'll probably be able to spot the 5 turnovers and feel like, you know what, the Jazz aren't capitalizing on those enough. Sorry, oh no, my bad. 2 turnovers by the Jazz. I'll shut my mouth. The Kings have 5 turnovers, and the Kings got 5 points from the Jazz's turnovers, which makes sense. And that's that vet experience. Yeah, and I think that's about it. But it looks like the game's getting ready to start again. Kevin Love is back. It was good to see him. Definitely Nurkic definitely needs to be rotated. Bryce Sensabaugh there in the game, along with that's it. Sensabaugh and Kevin Love. So Ace Bailey's out. Keontae George there gets fouled and gets the 2 points. Does he get the 2? Or are they not counting that? No, I don't think they're counting that. Oh, Maxime Renaud is in this game now. Number 42, coming out of this year's draft. I haven't seen that much of him, and I haven't even heard anything from him, to be really honest. Maybe it's because I don't watch Kings games directly for me to notice. But he didn't play in the last time that we faced the Kings, so I just assume that they haven't really been playing him. All right. Oh, great pass there by Russell Westbrook. Doesn't manage to get to Levine, but it's a turnover by the Kings. And the Jazz get another bite at the cherry, potentially either to score 3 and level this game out or to get a 2. It's a 3 by Lowry. Lowry gets a miss. All right. Keontae's going to reset. Keontae there to Bryce. Back to Keontae. Russell Westbrook. Oh, that was nice. That was nice by Keontae George. Russell Westbrook didn't know what happened there. Maybe that's where the age shows. There's always a plus and a minus, but being older. Russ there out to DeMar DeRozan. No, is that DeMar? I don't think that's DeMar. No, that's not DeMar. Who is number 9 for Kings? That's Precious Achua. Oh, I didn't realize Precious Achua played for them. All right, Collier's in the game. It's a 3 by Levine. He doesn't manage to get it, and Kevin Love gets the rebound, which is nice. Jazz down by 1. Oh, it's a 3, open 3 by Keontae. That's too easy. And that's the first 3 of the game. If you didn't know, if you've just been watching, I give cheering for all 3s, whether it being for the Jazz or whether it being for the opposition team. In this case, today for the Kings, so they got to get 3s. I got to watch that last play. What happened there? All right. So after the Levine miss, I think it was a 3. After Keontae took the 3, they're on break right now. But I'm just watching this last couple of plays. Yeah, I want to like. Did somebody score a 3 here and I didn't notice? I was just looking. Oh no, it wasn't a 3. Oh, it's just Russell Westbrook got a layup. Jazz called a timeout. Okay, that's fine. All right, game is on break right now. That tells me everything I need to know. So Jazz are probably calling a timeout because of just the lack of defense. And I remember I was thinking about this today. This is where trades need to happen, right? Because even though I do think that you can develop players to be better offensive players and better defensive players, I just think that there needs to be a baseline level of skill within the offense and defense. And I don't think that we have a lot. I don't think we have any guys, maybe except for Elijah Harkless, that is just a naturally good defender, or at least defending first and then offense. Everything else is offense first. That is where at some point this season, I honestly believe we are going to make a trade. I have a feeling that the 3 players that I think should be included, one would probably be Kyle Anderson. He's got 2 years left on his deal. The other will probably be Taylor Hendricks, and the other will probably be Cody Williams. Let's go bring in a player and maybe a couple draft picks or a draft pick, and I'll take that. But that's for another story for me to go deep into. But it looks like the game is coming back now, and should be Jazz ball after that Russell Westbrook layup. Yes, it is. Inbound pass. Isaiah Collier is in the game. I think I said that before. And Isaiah passes it to Keontae. Keontae there to Bryce. Open 3 by Bryce. Oh, that's nothing but air. That was nothing but air right there. Ball goes off out on Filipowski. I can tell on that. And it's going to be King's ball. Levine has the ball now. He's got Zay on him. Switch is coming. They have to watch Maxime Reynaud. That's too easy. Guys. It's too easy. Come on now. Like, you had to have seen that. Keontae George there with the ball. Maxime Reynaud is on him. Maxime Reynaud is actually doing pretty well with guarding him on the perimeter. Bigs are not normally that good at defending the perimeter, especially one as big as him. Keontae with a 3, failed at it, and Precious Achiuwa picks up the rebound, and the Kings try to extend their lead right now. Levine, he's Levine there with a long 2. Doesn't manage to get it. Oh, Filipowski, who did he push? Looks like it's like Filipowski there. Well, it's another foul on the Jazz, I think. Jeez, it's another foul call on Kyle Filipowski. All right, Precious Achiuwa to the line. Shoots. Misses the first one. All right, Precious. Misses both of them. That's what you want. It missed both of them. All right. Isaiah Collier brings it up past half court. Passes to Key. Key there to Bryce. Bryce there. Long midi. Well, Bryce is going to go to a line. That's a foul on Bryce. And that's Maxime Reynaud with the foul. Bryce there just too quick for him. I don't see anything wrong with that. Shout out to the 2 people in the chat. Much appreciated for watching the channel. All right. Bryce there shoots. What the hell? Come on, Bryce. Bryce is one of our best shooters. Neek Clifford comes into the game. Another rook. This time the experienced rook. I think he's like a 3rd, 4th year player. All right. Bryce hits his 2nd, though. I'll take that. All right. We got Keon Ellis in the game? All right. Precious Achiuwa getting past Kevin Love. It's a miss. Open 3 by Levine. It's another miss. That's great. Jazz have to start capitalizing on these. It's a 3 by Flip. The Jazz just not. Oh, Jazz get the ball back. Kevin Love with a 3. Oh, wow. Jazz don't do that well. What are we doing? We've had chances just. Oh, wow. Sacramento there completely fluffed that one. This is definitely going to be a low-scoring quarter. Filipowski with a 3. Both teams are shooting crap like 3, and I think we understand why, because they don't have 3-point shooters. Keegan Murray, they're finally breaking the deadlock, getting a nice layup there by Keegan. But the Jazz have to drive. It's another 3 by the Jazz, and they're not getting it. I keep trying to say we're not a 3-point shooting team. Neek Clifford out to the corner. Corner 3, open. It's another miss. Another miss by the Kings. The Jazz are 1 out of 11 from 3. Like, don't you think that you just have to be a glutton for punishment? Jazz finally getting a bucket thanks to Kyle Filipowski. Kyle Filipowski? Oh, never mind. I thought Kyle Filipowski was on 11 points. but actually he had 11 points and 9 rebounds against Golden State on Monday. All right. Kings missed that bucket there. Kevin Love gets the rebound. Can the Jazz capitalize on the miss? All right. Filipowski there to the corner to Bryce. And Bryce there with an open three. So you know what that means. That means it's splish splash time. Let's cheer. With some Bryce Sensabaugh 3-point shots. So it looks like Kings called for a timeout. Whew. Oh, it looks like they're not going on break. I thought they were going to go on break. They're just showing more irrelevant photos and video coverage of fans in the stadium. Damn, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. Like, just real talk. I do. I mean, what are some of these kids and people doing in the stadium? Like, what are they doing? All right, game starts again. Keon Ellis is in the game now. I recognize those locks from anywhere, Mr. Number 23. They just called a whistle on Bryce, I think, for being just a little bit too physical there on Keon Ellis. And they're sending him to the line for that? And he goes to the line, Keon Ellis, to shoot. And he misses the first one. Nice. That is definitely needed. But I think both teams are having shooting issues right now. All right, he shoots his second. Keon Ellis makes it though. All right, Filipowski with the inbound pass to Isaiah Collier. Collier brings it up, but he's got Keon Ellis that's on him. Watch out, Isaiah. Very close to a backcourt violation on that one. All right. Jazz there. A little bit of pick and roll action there with Lowry. I think Lowry's going to go to the line as he got fouled on that play. Jazz are up by 3, potentially 4. Nurkic there with the pick and roll play. Lowry shoots, gets it. Nice. You know what? That definitely deserves some clapping. We haven't had lots of opportunity to have some type of fighting and cheering, but I would definitely take that one. All right. So DeMar DeRozan there. Oh, DeMar misses. Good defense there by Isaiah Collier. Oh, and then Bryce loses the ball. No, they blew whistle. Hold on. What just happened there? What just happened there? I must have missed something. So Bryce fouls Keon Ellis again. Yeah, we're giving away too many stupid fouls. Keon Ellis, he misses his first one. That's good. He's probably going to make his second one, but like at least he missed the first one. And then Drew Eubanks is back into the game, former Jazz man. All right. Keon Ellis goes. He shoots to his second. And he nails that one that time. All right. Jazz are only up by 3 right now. Isaiah Collier with the ball now. Bounce pass there goes to Nurkic. Strategic. Filipowski there with an open 3. Filipowski nails a 3, so you know exactly what that means. There we go. I'm cheering there for Kyle Filipowski. Putting the Jazz up by 6. DeMar DeRozan trying to drive. Doesn't manage to get it. They're on the floor. I think it's going to be Jazz ball again, and Jazz get... Nice, pretty nice. Even though I'm not a fan of the Jazz shooting too many threes. But they did well on that one, thanks to Kyle Filipowski. Isaiah Collier has to go up and drive to the basket. Clearly, this is instructional. Lowry with a midi. He misses the midi, just rolls in and out. Isaiah needs to drive, man. Like, has to drive. Why are they not letting him drive? I refuse to believe that this is like Isaiah Collier personally choosing not to drive. All right, DeMar DeRozan there. It's a 3 by the Kings. Oh, they nail a 3 now. No discrimination for me. I got to scare their cheering out. And the quarter is over. Attempted layup there by Zay. As in Isaiah Collier misses it. Looking for the foul, but unfortunately not. And that's 1 quarter already done. And the Jazz are up by 3, 30-27, which isn't too bad. Definitely there are some defensive woes. But yeah. So Jazz right now, they are 42% from the field, 23% from 3, which is... Honestly, I hate that. Like, there's no way you are ever going to get me to believe that percentage there is like normal. That shooting 23% as a team, like, it should be acceptable. No, it's just not going to happen. So free throws, at least, we're 75%, but I mean, we've only taken 4. And then we've had a steal. We've only had 1 turnover since... One more turnover since the last time I looked at these. So each team has 3 and 3, which is good. Points in the paint. I mean, it isn't much, is it? Yeah, so about roughly a little under half the amount of points the Jazz have. No, a little over half is in the paint. Yeah. And right now, these are the standings. There is no way that we're going to get anywhere out of this group. So right now, we are just playing for pride. That's what we're doing in this group. It is really like these 3 teams. Really, Thunder and the Suns are probably going to make it. And Timberwolves are going to be the wild card, would be my guess. And I think also what I'll be doing as well, I think I'll also be watching all of the NBA Cup games. I like the NBA Cup. As a football fan, like I like these competitions. So like that's something that I'll also be streaming as well, even though the Jazz won't be in it. I like the different court designs. I like the fact that, you know, it's something different, something really unique. So it is back, and we're now in the second quarter. Walter Clayton is back now after getting some game time against the Golden State Warriors. All right. Kings moving pretty quick now, and the Kings get a steal. Keon Ellis drives, brings the ball up to Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray to Drew Eubanks. Drew Eubanks there. Oh, I think that's Malik Monk there, number 0. It's a miss. Is that Keegan Murray? Either way, let me put the points up for you guys to be able to follow. And there we go. All right. Yusuf Nurkic with the ball. Ace Bailey is back into the game. Ace Bailey with a midi. Ace Bailey drains a midi. Nice one there by Ace. Putting the Jazz back up by 5. I'll take that. And DeMar DeRozan now brings the ball up. They just put a visual there. Ace Bailey in the last 8 games is averaging 14 points a game, which is really not nice of what you want to see from a rookie. Larry Marketing drives. Larry misses, but he gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That's a good foul there because Larry will most likely make all 2. If Ace Bailey keeps this up and averages 14 points a game for the rest of the season, my guess is that in 5 years' time, he's going to be an all-star. And I'm not trying to say he's going to be top 10 player in the league, but I could see him being a top 50 player in the league. From what I see, defensively solid, rebounds, offensively pretty much very varied in what he can do. Shoot the 3. He's got a mid-range game, can dunk. Like, he can do really a bit of everything. So, like, this is why it's kind of funny, when he said in his whole, like, pre-draft interviews that he can do a bit of everything. That's kind of right. Like, he can really do a bit of everything. Whether he's efficient at those things, I don't know. Another rebound by Ace there after that miss by Drew Eubanks. Nurkic has the ball now. Oh, sets it up. Nice one there for Lowry, who gets a dunk. Kings moving the ball pretty quickly right now, but it doesn't matter because the Jazz are absolutely storming. They're up by 9. It's a 3 by Malik. Is that Malik Monk? Nurkic getting the rebound. Who is? I gotta check the number 0 for the Kings. For anything else, yeah, it is Malik Monk for the Kings. 3 by Lowry. Nothing but air on that one. And then I think Malik Monk. Yeah, Malik Monk with the ball. Brings the ball up. Malik Monk drives, tries to drive, gets the ball back. It's a 3 by Keegan Murray. It's a miss. Jazz get the ball back. Ace Bailey gets the rebound on that one, and Walter Clayton brings the ball up. Walter Clayton there to Nurkic. Nurkic there passes it. No, he keeps it. Back to Walter Clayton. Clayton needs to go up and drive. Larry with a 3. Oh, Larry, it's a 3. You know what that means, baby. He sent some positive vibes there towards the team. And I think the Kings call a timeout. They definitely need it. They're already down by 12. This game is really getting away from the Kings. I find this very interesting because the last time we faced the Kings, like, they were tough. They were tough. Like, Zach LaVine was on fire. This is what, game 3 of the season? Malik Monk was a problem, like a big, big problem. Who else was it? Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, someone else. Might have been Keon Ellis. But definitely Zach LaVine and Malik Monk earlier on in the season, boy, they were good. So far, they've just been like, okay. Like, I'll give it that. And now I don't watch a lot of Kings games for me to be able to tell. Obviously, we all know about the super fan that basically told, Zach LaVine to get his in order because of how bad he's been playing on defense. And hopefully that would have put a fire up his ass, because if he wasn't playing defense, he should be playing defense. But I'll leave that out there to all the other Kings fans who watch the Kings regularly to be able to make that decision. I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay. So far, we've improved slightly on the threes. We're 26% now. 4 out of 15 from 3. Kings have gotten worse. They've took more threes but missed. They're now 14% from 3. I mean, Kings are back. Kings are looking like almost similar to what we were doing when we were starting to really lose some games near the beginning of the season. They've got 4 turnovers. scored the same number of points as us in the paint. How are they 54% from free throws? Like, oh yeah, that was like Keon Ellis and who was the other one? Precious Achua. I think he missed one. Yeah, like you can't be 54% from free throws, man. That's just bad. But yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Kings. I don't know what's up with them. This isn't the same King side that we faced near the beginning of the season. Like they were like way better in the beginning of the season. I don't know if it's like a confidence thing or like do they have some guys coming back from injuries? But yeah, they just something just feels off, and I can't exactly tell. But nevertheless, the game is back now. Kings did get a bucket on that play. I think that was Westbrook or either Keegan Murray. But the lead is shaved down to 10. And Ace Bailey to the corner. Svi Mykhailiuk with an open three. Svi Mykhailiuk. Oh, that was a nice bounce there by Svi Mykhailiuk. Svi Mykhailiuk drains the three on that one. That's a pretty good three there by the Jazz. The Jazz are up by 12. Oh, this is easy bucket there. Oh, wow. And Maxime Reynaud couldn't even get that one by point blank range. It's an open three by that was not a good three there by Walter Clayton. I know people are talking about his shooting woes at the moment, but that's fine. Zach LaVine there to the corner to DeMar DeRozan. Oh wow, and that's a three by DeMar DeRozan. The mid-range master hits a three. Oh, it's another turnover. Oh, that's not good. That's not good by Walter Clayton. Causes a turnover on that one. Oh, that is not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. Yeah, that isn't good. That wasn't good by Walter Clayton there, causing the turnover. I think the issues with Walter Clayton Jr. is that defensively, like he just isn't quite there yet. And obviously he doesn't have the body where like Ace could, you know, Ace has been able to kind of recover from that. Um yeah, because he's playing the point guard position, like all his mistakes are just going to be so open. Yeah, that's a bit rough. But Walter Clayton's out the game right now, along with Lowry, and I know they were talking to Will Hardy as well. It's a three. It's a three by Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey is on fire right now. Give big shout out to Ace Bailey on that. Whilst all of that's going on, I'm busy there looking at Walter Clayton Jr. and potentially what's going on there. Filipowski playing some good defense, but yeah, just great play by the Jazz right now. Kings just all over the place. Yeah, this is the first time I've really seen the Kings since they faced the Jazz. It's a steal there by Russell Westbrook. You gotta love the tenacity from him to get that. Russell drives, misses, no, pass it to Reynaud in that, and Reynaud gets a two, an easy bucket, and the lead there reduced by 10. Jazz ball now. Kevin Love with an open three. Kevin Love with a three. You know what that means. And then we got Zach LaVine there driving to the basket, hits a bucket Filipowski there just a little bit too late, and he ends up fouling him. Let's show the replay. Yeah, how is that a foul? Like, see, I like any type of contact now. The referees are calling fouls. Like it's a joke. Like it really is a joke. Like, where is like they need to calm this down. Like, I get it. Like, you want the game to be entertaining, but the game, the sport of basketball by itself should be entertaining. Like, you shouldn't have to circumvent the rules just to try to make it more entertaining. Like, this, it's a joke. And Levine goes up and takes a free throw and misses. By the way, no, we're not doing that just yet. So in that last play, Ace Bailey attempts to take a three, misses, and Kings get the ball back. It's a long midi by Levine. He drains it. Jazz are now up by 9 instead of 10. I would like that lead to be restored, please. So, Isaiah, I need you to start driving to the basket and stop running. Like, what are we doing? Zay. Oh, Keontae drives. Keontae misses. Oh, Levine there with the ball. Levine gets past. He passes it to someone. They get fouled. I think there's Keegan Murray there. Yes, it is. And Keegan's going to go to the line. I think that fouls on Ace Bailey there. Ace Bailey being called to the bench, or I don't know if it's permanently, or at the very least, he's been called to the bench to go talk to Will Hardy. Keegan Murray going to the line to shoot 2. We got a little over 5 minutes left. Jazz are up by 9. Make that 8 because of Keegan Murray hitting that first one. Looks like it's a timeout there. I believe that would be by the Kings. But right now, Jazz still in the lead, so I'll happily take that. But I still think that we got to watch out. Like, this is a King side that's perfectly capable of coming back into this game. Like, I've seen the potential from them earlier on this season. I've seen the way how the Jazz play against them. I think that actually even might have been before the Walker Kessler injury. So I'm like, they're no slouches. Like, you're looking at the field goal percentage, like they're right there with us. They're 15 from 37. We're 18 from 39. Their 3-point percentage is still down by a lot. But I mean, the Jazz is actually improved. They're at 36% now, which is nice to see. But it's for me, it's their free throws there by the Kings there that are just like, ugh, it's bad. The Jazz are at 83%. Like, that's what you want. And then when you're looking at individual player performances, let's talk about the Utah Jazz first. So Keontae George there, highest scorer in one. No, actually, no, sorry, I was wrong. Larry Markkinen, highest scorer in there, one so far. He's got 12 points and 1 assist. That makes sense. Just because I don't feel the Kings are doing enough in order to stop Lowry. They're not really trying to stop Lowry, and because they're not trying to stop Lowry, Lowry's there on a free reign parade, and he's just there doing whatever he wants to do, which is score anytime he wants. Svi there with 9. I think he's doing pretty well. Svi, he got 6 in our first 8 baskets. He had 6 points, which is pretty good by Svi Mykhailiuk. And then Keontae George there with 8. But Keontae has 3 assists and 3 rebounds. That's pretty good. Ace Bailey there doing pretty well there. He's got 5 points and 4 rebounds. And then from the Kings side, Keegan Murray is their highest point scorer, which is interesting. Like, you feel like it's like Zach LaVine, but that just isn't the case. So Keegan there with 12. Zach LaVine there with 9, so he's second. And then it drops all the way up to like DeMar DeRozan and Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan there for both 5 points each. But nevertheless, still earlier on. The game is back now, and they're back at the free throw line. And Keegan Murray there makes his second one and puts the Jazz within 7. But I don't like this now. Like, the Jazz are slowly giving up a lead. We need to restore it. All right, Zay, like Isaiah, you got to drive. Like, you cannot let Russell Westbrook stop you. It's a great pass there by Isaiah Collier. And Kevin Love scores a nice 3 there. That one there is for Kevin Love, and it's there for Isaiah Collier with the pass. Lovely pass there by Zay. Just bullet pass there and so accurate. All right, Zach LaVine there. He's got Isaiah there with some good defense. Nice one, Isaiah there, getting a good hand in his face to prevent. You got, all right, Keontae George with the ball now at the top of the key, trying to set things up. Who's he going to do right now? Isaiah's going to have to maybe set a screen. Isaiah that's driving to the basket. And Isaiah misses with the layup. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. But the lead has been restored to 10. No, hold on. Did he get the basket? Or was I wrong? Oh no, he misses. So Isaiah makes the first one. And it's 52-41. Keon Ellis comes back on. Maxime Reynaud. No, sorry, Precious Achiuwa comes on. Maxime Reynaud comes off. And Isaiah makes both his free throws, which is, I would say, very good because typically he is not that great at shooting free throws. Now we got Russell Westbrook here with the ball near the top of the key. Pass it to DeMar. Oh, Russell Westbrook with a 3. Oh, I got to give it to that. Russell Westbrook hits a 3. One of the most unlikely three-point shooters out there, draining threes. Give it to Russ. Oh, nice pass there by Isaiah Collier. Great vision, passing it there to Keontae George. Precious Achiuwa there with an easy dunk. Jazz there just all over the place a little defensively. Lead there reduced back to 9, but it is a Jazz ball. Kevin Love looking for Lowry. He finds him. Oh, no. Great defense there by Russell Westbrook. And Kings get a steal. And Zach LaVine gets a bucket. So I say you got to watch out for Westbrook. See, that's what I want Isaiah Collier to turn into, is a baby version to Russell Westbrook. Backcourt violation. Great defense there by Zach LaVine to force the turnover. All right, Russell Westbrook driving to the basket, misses the layup, gets the rebound. Jazz get another bite at the cherry. Got to restore this 10-point lead. Keontae George now has the ball now, looking to set things up. Jazz are only up by 7. Keontae George with a long 2. No, he doesn't get it. Keegan Murray there with the rebound, though. All right, Keegan Murray has the ball now. Pass it to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine with a 3. It's a miss. And the Jazz miss. And now Kings get another bite at the cherry. Keegan there out to LaVine. LaVine there with a 3. Oh, Jesus. Zach LaVine shoots a three. But we don't want this now. We do not want this. Zach LaVine hits a three on that one. All right. Keontae's going to go out there to shoot two as he gets fouled, but like, all right. Keontae's about to shoot his first free throw. He shoots. Oh, he misses the first one. That's fine. That's fine. Jazz is still up by 4. Ace Bailey and Nurkic comes into the game, and Lowry goes out. Looks like Isaiah's out. Oh, Keontae misses both of his. That is rare. That is rare. Svi Mykhailiuk comes into the game. I can't believe I missed him. DeMar DeRozan there to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook tries to dive, but it ends up being a block. Svi Mykhailiuk on the counter. Out there to Lowry. Lowry with a three. No, guys, can we drive? Like that 10-point lead that we had been reduced to 4. And we literally have a minute left. We got 62 seconds left in this quarter. It's a three by the Kings. They miss. Lowry gets the rebound. And we got 53 seconds to go. This might be a low-scoring game. Oh, it's going to be Jazz ball with 45 seconds to go. Ball knocked out of Nurkic's hand by DeMar DeRozan. Lowry with a three. Oh, yes, Lowry with a three. There we go. Lead restoring back to 7. Lowry Markkanen with 15 points in this quarter. It's a three by the Kings. It's a miss. That's by Westbrook. And the Jazz restoring the lead back to 9, which is what you want. That's what you do. 26 seconds. The Kings making the same mistakes that the Jazz typically make in games. Just keeping it short and simple. DeMar DeRozan out there. Three by Keegan Murray. It's a miss. Russell Westbrook. He drives. It's another miss. Lowry gets the 2, and the lead goes to 11. And the Jazz not only restore the lead, but they get one more. And that's the best thing you could have asked for. The Jazz might actually get the win in this game because this is not the same Kings side that the Jazz faced near the beginning of the season. They are definitely missing something. They're missing the 3-point shots from Zach LaVine. They're missing the 3-point shots from Malik Monk. I'm pretty sure that they had somebody else that was playing well. Now they have Lauren Green talking to Ace. All right. That's halftime. We got to take a look at some stuff in detail, though, before I officially take my break. Give me 1 second, and we'll do this. So, Okay. Um, let's start with the Kings. 5 turnovers for the Kings. Keegan Murray, definitely their guy. Well, close to 50% from the field, which is pretty good. Oh, wow. 0 from 4 for 3. That's not good. And he's a minus 10. And I guess what Keegan Murray's playing, the 4? If he's playing the 4, he's going up against Lowry, which explains why he's got a minus 10. Yeah, I think he's up against Lowry. Yeah, that's why he's a minus 10. Russell Westbrook actually doing pretty good in this game. I will say that. Like Russ is on a +1, along with Zach LaVine, who's on a +6. See, Mihailuk is on a +14, which that tells you in comparison on what's going on. What it means is that Zach LaVine is probably doing better against our bench unit, and that would be like Walter Clayton and Isaiah. Yeah, probably be Isaiah that Zach LaVine is probably doing better against. But Zach LaVine's 14 points in 18 minutes. Like, this is going to be a good game for him, at least offensively. Defensively, no, I haven't noticed him much. But so far, I have no complaints about Zach LaVine defensively. I think he's doing. I think he's doing his job, and I mean he's got a couple defensive rebounds. Yeah, I haven't seen in this game so far that he hasn't been doing his defensive work. So maybe that fan the other day talking about Zach LaVine not playing defense, maybe that was needed, and now he's playing some defense. Now they're losing, but I can't say that that's Zach LaVine's fault. You know, Zach LaVine's actually been pretty good in this game. Hasn't been that great at 3, but he's 50% from the field overall. If he could improve his 3-point shot, then he'd probably be the old Zach LaVine once again. And then for the Jazz, you know, we got all of our starting 5 are in the pluses. And then you got Walter Clayton, Bryce Sensabaugh, and Kevin Love all with a +3. And only Filipowski and Isaiah Collier there with -1 and -3 respectively. Lowry's our top scorer, figures like that's expected, and he's 50% from the field, and he's just under 60% from 3. No, 40% from 3. Keontae George is doing pretty well. He's also 50% from the field. 4 assists. You gotta love that. 5 assists for Yusuf Nurkic. And the thing I love, Yusuf Nurkic, no turnovers. You know how rare that is for Yusuf Nurkic? Yusuf Nurkic is always being targeted in games. This is how I know, like, it's a coaching thing. Because Yusuf Nurkic is always targeted in games. They always target Nurkic to force him to make turnovers. But the Kings are just not, either the Kings aren't following instructions or they're just not doing the things that they should be doing. Now, I get it. The loss of Sabonis is probably adds to that, but you need Maxime Reynaud to do more. Like they've got to do more to stop guys like Nurkic or force Nurkic to make mistakes. And then, yeah, Bryce had a pretty good game, but he's only played 7 minutes, and Walter Clayton's played 4, so I can't talk about them as much. Also, you might have noticed that Cody Williams also isn't even in this game. sorry, isn't even in the lineup. He's there in the G League along with Taylor Hendricks, which I think is rightly so. And Georges Niang, is Georges Niang even back yet? I'd be shocked by that. No, I'm still hearing Georges Niang's foot, but he must be close for him to even. Yeah, he must be somewhat close. So overall, I think the Jazz have had a good first half. They're in the lead. Um, I think part of that is to do with the Jazz just playing really well, but I also think a lot of that is to do with the Kings just not playing well. Like they're not doing the things that I see other teams really do to mess with the Jazz. A lot of teams target Nurkic and always go to force him to make turnovers. They target Lowry to force Lowry um, less opportunities, to force him to make turnovers, to force him to change his game, which opens the doors up to Keontae George. Like they're not really doing any of that in this game. So it's just been really about, can the Jazz make less mistakes? I hope so. I hope so. So, nevertheless, I need to take a break. I need to fill up my water and just stop talking for a bit. And then I will be back when the game gets started up again. So, I'll be back, but you guys stay here and enjoy. All right, looks like the game's coming back on soon, but I need to have some snacks. Hold on, I know what I should do. What's going on in these other games? What's NBA Twitter saying? Because I know some wild stuff must be going on. All right. OKC is leading the Phoenix Suns. Sorry if I'm spoiling this. Denver is mollywopping the San Antonio Spurs right now, 74-59. Oh yeah, I really should share this page. Clippers are beating Memphis. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Memphis suck. Lakers are beating the Dallas Mavericks. I love that. I probably shouldn't laugh anymore because now Nico isn't there. Just doesn't quite feel the same anymore. It looks like that second half is just starting. I really don't want these videos to play because this is how stuff gets shut down. What is this? What's NBA Twitter saying? A reverse alley-oop? Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I'll give it to Luka for that. Okay. Looks like getting ready to start in a bit. Not watching other teams. We only got 2 teams to watch, people. Utah Jazz. Sacramento Kings. Some pretty good coverage here on Larry Markkinen right now. He's hit some pretty decent shots. Larry's already out there, like hitting some shots. And it looks like they're kind of getting ready to come back. Okay. All right. We're back. Steve Mihailuk then passes to Keontae George. Keontae George with a 3. It's a missed 3. Jazz still get the ball back. Shout out to the 3 people there that are watching the stream. Really appreciate it. If you do like NBA watch-alongs and watch parties, I do them pretty much for every Jazz game. Obviously, except for the last one that I did miss due to some personal reasons that I won't go into right now. But if it is something that you like watching, do subscribe. If you do like to hear about some of the young NBA players coming through, that's what I talk about. We're approaching the time where I'm finally going to get to update my dashboard with some new data, and then we can start pumping out some really good analysis content because, yeah, there's some pretty interesting insights, at least that I took from the first 7-8 games that was already played. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, DeMar DeRozan with the ball now. Oh, it's a steal! Ace Bailey. Oh, nice. Ace Bailey playing really well. He steals the ball, and then Ace Bailey steals the ball, falls down. Larry picks it up, and Larry gets the bucket. I'll take that. Look, listen, I will say some good defense there from Ace Bailey. Keontae there looks like he fouls Zach LaVine. We got a comment in the chat. Free Papua says Keegan Murray is the future. Yep, I agree. Like he's definitely the future for the Kings. Like I've known that for a little while now. Like he's like a very good player, offense and defense. I'm very curious if his brother Chris Murray, who's at the Trailblazers, ends up turning something even remotely like him. I know he's a little bit more on the defensive side, Chris, but yeah, Keegan Murray has it all. I know there are questions whether he is going to be able to live up to the contract he recently signed, but I like him. I like, for some reason, if you guys didn't want him, like we'll take him at the Jazz. I'll take Keegan Murray. Okay, Keegan Murray there with a layup. Oh, and it slides in. Oh, that was close. Russell Westbrook, like he's just around like an annoying little bee, like a wasp. All right, Keontae George has to watch out. Floater there by Nurkic. Nurkic misses the floater. Offensive foul by DeMar DeRozan on Ace Bailey. That was a grown man foul right there. Ace Bailey goes flying. Holy crap. Ace Bailey's got these skinny little arms, man. Like, oh. Oh wow. Yeah, that's a lot of grown man strength Ace Bailey had to do with there. DeMar DeRozan. Hold on, DeMar DeRozan goes to shoot too? What? What the hell? What are we doing? How is that a foul on Ace? Oh, anyway, like referee has DeMar DeRozan goes shoot two, and he hits all two of them. Like that is insane. That's insane. All right, Svi Mihailuk has the ball now, passes it to Nurkic. Oh, Keontae George there with a dunk that said, "Shut the up." Wow, what a dunk. That was nasty right there by Keontae George. Zach LaVine there with the ball, passes it to, who was that? Oh, is that Russell Westbrook with another three? Russell Westbrook there with a three? Hold up. What exactly is it that's going on? Russell Westbrook drains a three and putting the Kings within 6. We got another comment there in the chat. Oh, so you're a Kings fan. Okay. So Free Papua Forever says, "Let's go Kings." I mean, I'm a Jazz fan, so I can't agree with that, but I'll put your comment out there. I'll put all the comments out there as long as it's nothing with profanity in there and it's nothing that it's bad. Ace Bailey goes out the game now. Yeah, Ace Bailey. That was a strong man kind of foul there on DeMar DeRozan on Ace Bailey. Yeah, that's one where it's like, bro, you gotta lift some weights. You gotta lift some weights, bro. All right, Larry Markkinen passes it. Oh, it's a steal by the Kings. Russell Westbrook with the steal. Oh, Jazz get the ball back. It's a steal by the Jazz. I mean, it's end to end now. Larry Markkinen there with a three. That was a rush three. Sensabaugh there. Oh, what are we doing? No. And the Kings get the rebound and they get another bite at the cherry. And now LaVine with the ball now. Oh, no, you can't have Nurkic on LaVine. That is not good. And LaVine gets fouled, drives to the basket, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. Play makes completely sense by LaVine. You got Nurkic on you. You're going to drive to the basket. You know he's going to touch you at some point, and he's going to go to the line for the easy two. Zach LaVine there right now with 16 points, 50% from the field. And I couldn't see how many free throws he made, but he does hit that free throw there to put where the Jazz's lead now is reduced to 6, which sucks. All right, LaVine goes to shoot a second one. And he gets it. Jazz are only up by 5 right now. The Kings are slowly creeping back into this game, which is not what I want. Do not want the Kings back in this game. I remember exactly what it was like to face the Kings near the beginning of the season, and they were really, really good. The three by Mihailuk. It's a miss. Kings get the rebound. We do have another comment in the chat by William Chen. Says Westbrook, LaVine, and DeMar, man, in their prime, this would have been an unstoppable team. I completely agree. Completely agree. Like DeMar I believe Zach LaVine is in his prime. DeMar DeRozan's the one that I think has kind of fallen off a bit. That he's the one. And Westbrook, Westbrook isn't the same, but he's still effective. But still, those three, like, not bad. The problem with those three right now being on the Kings is that they're just on big contracts that doesn't give the Sacramento Kings a lot of flexibility. Yeah, and it just like right now, it's just a little bit bad. Like take out Russell Westbrook. It's really DeMar DeRozan and Zach Levine. And I like Levine, but he would really have to go to a team that has a lot of cap space and yeah, like already has their main pieces. But then it's like, look at what you're gonna have to give up just to match the salaries for Levine. It's gonna be crazy. Like it's just yeah, I don't know where Levine is gonna go. I did see something on Twitter during the halftime whereby they were talking about Zach Levine. Oh no, sorry. They weren't talking about Zach Levine. They were talking about LaMelo Ball getting traded to the Kings, Timberwolves, and Pelicans. And that's where maybe you could see like Zach Levine going to the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo going to the Kings. Because like as much as I have to say that like I think LaMelo Ball, the way how he plays isn't like team friendly basketball. Like you guys, the Kings, like Kings fans, Kings really need just a lot of young, good talent. And LaMelo Ball is not a bad young, good talent to have. So I'd take that. But again, it just depends on what like the Hornets would want. But that's not bad. I'm actually gonna go check that out, and I might talk about that tomorrow in like a separate video. It's actually pretty intriguing. Lamelo potentially to Timberwolves and the Pelicans. That could be interesting. All right, we're back. Keontae George now has the ball. Jazz are only up by 2. Oh, sweet Jesus. What have we done? How is this within 2? All right. We got to keep Keegan Murray away off the ball. And we got Lowry there passing it to Key. Keontae George hitting a 3. So you know what that means. Better set out some share. All right. Keegan Murray there. Is he going to shoot a 3? He's got Svi Mykhailiuk that's on him. No, he passed it to Precious Achiuwa, who's back into the game. So long 2 by Zach Levine. It's a miss. Russell Westbrook gets the rebound. Pass it to DeMar to get another bite. Great circulation there and rebound there by Russell Westbrook. Really just get like he's allowed the Kings to get back into this game. It's a rush 3 by Lowry. That was not a good 3. But the Jazz do get the rebound. Open 3 by Keontae. Some more cheering there for the Jazz. Jazz are up by 6 again. Well, now we're going to see what the Kings could do. I know they haven't shot the 3 ball great so far this game. I think, are they still... All right, actually, no, the Kings' 3-point percentage is better than the Jazz right now at 37% compared to the Jazz 36%. Oh, it's nope. Oh, I think that's an offensive foul there. Russell Westbrook tries to go for a layup, but Kevin Love, I believe, sets up a legal screen. Oh, yeah, it's legal. No, it isn't. The back foot. Nope. I don't think. I think it's an illegal screen. I think it's an illegal screen. And I think Russ is going to get that one. They're calling a break. They're calling a break, and I think the Jazz are gonna challenge that one. All right. All right. Since now it's on a break, I haven't taken a look at like the point stuff in a while. Let me refresh this. So right now, like the Jazz have been really good. Like the Jazz have won the first and the second quarter. We're down in the third quarter though by 5. Like we need to increase that. But the guys that are really doing the damage, obviously Zach LaVine there. He's got 18 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Again, like the Kings, they're struggling with threes. Like, but they're probably the Kings are up against the best team that they possibly can because the Jazz suck at threes. So yeah, but if the Jazz ever get any type of modicum, like consistent 3-ball going, then this game will be over and the Jazz will probably win it. But I don't trust the Jazz when it comes to shooting 3. But Zach LaVine is a problem. Russell Westbrook, I know he's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. But for me, it's the work rate. It's just the fight that he's having in him to go about and get the rebound, to give the Kings an extra chance at capitalizing on a miss, or he goes out and he gets a steal. He has 4 steals in this game. Russell Westbrook, 4. Like that should tell you something. And out of everybody in this team, Russell Westbrook has the best plus minus with a +6. And now I can completely understand. Completely understand. So I know it's coming back now. So I'll talk about the Jazz and their performance a bit later. Yeah, it's going to be an illegal screen. So they're reviewing this play, but I think it's an illegal screen. This is funny. Like you got Will Hardy, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Love are all on the court now, just laughing and joking about this situation. Like, oh, I'd love to have Russell Westbrook for the Utah Jazz, man. I'd love to have him there. Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense. Makes sense. Foot goes back. Russell shoots. He misses. He misses the first one. Yes. That's a good one. But he'll probably make the second because Russell Westbrook is really good. He'll probably make the second one. Yeah, and he makes the second one. All right. Kevin Love there. Isaiah Collier back into the game. Zay there passing the ball to Bryce. And Isaiah really getting things moving now. Wow. Wow. Shout out to Isaiah Collier reading 500 career assists. All right. So missed 3 by the Utah Jazz, and the Jazz are going to have another opportunity potentially to go back up to 10 or 9 if they get a bucket. It could be 10. No, it's a rush 3 by Keontae. Oh, we got to stop Russ from driving, guys. We got to stop Russ from driving. Oh, it's a great team block. It's a jump ball by Bryce and Keon Ellis. All right. Jazz wins the jump ball. Oh, and it's a foul on Kevin Love. That was a really nice creative pass there by Isaiah Collier, setting things up on Kevin Love. Bounce pass comes, and it's just it's like a reverse layup. It's nice. It's nice. I like that. All right, Kevin Love out there, about to shoot 2. He shoots, misses the first one. That's fine. That's fine. You know, Jazz is still up by 7. Maybe we could just get it to 8 and, take it there. All right. He shoots a second one, makes the second one, which is nice. Midi from the Kings, but they miss. Oh, Keontae gets the 2 and puts the Jazz up by 10. Honestly, I kind of expected more from the Kings. Oh wow, corner 3. Wow, the Kings. It's been a while since I've said that. Oh, Kevin Love giving the Jazz an extra 2 points. Oh, hold on. Maybe that wasn't a 2. Jazz have got 22 points from their bench and only 10 for the Sacramento Kings. See, that's the problem right there. Yeah, they're going to have to trade either DeMar or Zach LaVine and get some more bench guys. I mean, DeMar DeRozan just throwing his body around, just out here fouling guys. Keontae George gets hit in the top of the eye, and Ace Bailey is out of this game. Yeah, that definitely was a big one for Ace Bailey. So it looks like Collier is going to stay in the game. Looks like Keontae George might have a bit of an injury. This is actually not the time for that. That means that Walter Clayton Jr. is going to be trial by baptism for him. Isaiah and Flip are coming out, I think. Ace is back around the bench. I think it might be a while until he comes back in. Maybe they might wait till DeRozan is off. Just not 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 playing for Ace to come back in. Okay, I got to do one thing. I got to change the battery in this camera. I see it's flashing red on me, so I'll change that. The camera's gonna go out, but I'm still here. Give me 1 sec. All right, Sensabaugh misses, and Kings get the ball back. Jazz are only up by 8 right now. You got Precious Achua on the court now. I saw Neat Clifford is also on the court now as well. Yes, he is. It's a long 2. There was a miss by the Kings, and now Jazz get the ball again. Lowry marketing with an open 3. He gets a roll. He gets the ball back. Lowry, they're out. Swing, swing. It's a 3. No. Jazz get the ball back again. Guys, drive. Zay, you're going to have to drive. You got 8 seconds. Isaiah drives and he gets the points. All right. Corner, Keon Ellis. In and out there for Keon Ellis. And that's a foul by Precious Achua. You know what? In the last time that we faced the Sacramento Kings, Malik Monk was out there doing bits. I haven't heard anything from Malik Monk throughout this game. It's been silent. Honestly, I've been shocked. Filipowski with a 3. Oh yeah, that's the free throws. Oh no, for 2. Neat Clifford there with the foul. Yeah, that could be a bad one. They're going to call a reckless foul on Filipowski. Yeah, that's gonna be a flagrant one. He doesn't have any space for the landed zone. Hold on. Yeah. 3 free throws there for the Jazz. Now, Filipowski is as kind of like Isaiah Collier. He's about 60-ish%. All right. Ace Bailey also out the game with a right knee contusion. I'll be talking about that. Filipowski hits his first free throw. He hits his second free throw. Jazz are up by 12 right now. We got a minute and 30 seconds left in the game. And he hits his third free throw. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the equivalent to a three-point shot, as far as I'm concerned. All right, Sensabaugh gets fouled. Sensabaugh's going to go to the line. Sensabaugh hits his first free throw, which is good. Jazz are up by 14 right now with a minute 30 left. All right. Bryce hits his second free throw. So Jazz are up by 15. And it's Kings ball. So we got Malik Monk on the court right now with Precious Achiuwa, Keegan Murray. I thought Keegan Murray was about to shoot three there for a sec. Oh, Keegan Murray letting Lowry dance. Keegan Murray with a fadeaway. It's a block by Lowry. Oh, forget it. It's too late. It's too late, Precious. Precious Achiuwa was calling for, for it to be reviewed and looked at, along with Maxime Reynaud, but they wouldn't listen to him. All right. Lowry with the ball now. Lowry there to Filipowski. Filipowski there to Collier. Collier there. Easy sets it up for Jusuf Nurkic. And Jusuf Nurkic gets the two. Jazz there with 90 points right now. Sack there with 73. All right. We got Malik Monk there with the ball. Oh, he's making Filipowski dance. Malik Monk. Oh, passes it there. Oh, receives it. Kings there. Oh, they try to go for a dunk via Precious Achiuwa, but doesn't manage to go. And now the Jazz are going to have the last possession if they retain the ball for the last 5 seconds of the game. Oh, it's a block. It's a block at Isaiah Collier and Keon Ellis there with a final three. Oh, but it's nothing but air on that one. And the Jazz are up by 17. And that's a big, big lead. Normally in the third quarter, the Jazz kind of fade away, but that's a big lead. And now that the quarter is over, now we can kind of look at things in more detail. First, let's see what the Kings have been doing. The Jazz have won the first, second, and third quarters. That's good. And I know there are a couple of Kings fans that are watching this game. Let me fix that. I know there are a couple of Kings fans that are watching this game, and if this was maybe at the end of the second, then I would have said it was close. Maybe they could come back. And of course, like anything could happen, they still could come back. But this is leaning more into the direction of a Jazz win. And looking at how the performance is so far, like the one bright spot I would have said was Keegan Murray. At the time, he had it wasn't this high. Russell Westbrook did have the best plus minus with a +5, the 4 steals for me. That was the biggest thing. He's got 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, very, very good performance over Russell Westbrook. The stats say it. The eye test says it. Good performance from him. Zach LaVine, again, I think big improvement from him. We've all seen the videos online of that guy talking about Zach LaVine. What did they call him? The hyper fan or super fan? King super fan, and he was talking about Zach LaVine's defense. Like, I think he's done pretty well in this game. Shot the ball well. I think he's played defense. Like, I'm not trying to say he's Russell Westbrook, but like I think he did his job pretty well. Zach LaVine. Drew Eubanks, haven't noticed too much. Keegan Murray, I mean, I've noticed, but yeah, he's not doing well, at least against Lowry in this game. I think that's what you kind of have to look at it in perspective. But overall, he's been all right. DeMar DeRozan has been all right as well. And then from the bench, I think that's where the biggest problems is, because I keep seeing the visual on there and they keep talking about the Jazz's bench points versus the Kings bench points, and the Jazz's bench points are always up. And when you look at their bench, like their bench is really giving you nothing. Keon Ellis there with 2 points, Malik Monk there with 3 points, Maxime Reynaud with 3, and Precious Achiuwa there with 2. Like that just isn't good enough. And then what makes it worse is that their bench has a -20 for Precious Achiuwa, -6 for Maxime Reynaud, -28 for Malik Monk, -20 for Keon Ellis, and -12 for Nick Clifford. Is just isn't good enough. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. But they have a quarter to improve. I don't know how they're going to do. It's a 3, but Kings there with a 3. Zach LaVine right there. All right. Lowry there getting the 2 points, and he got fouled, so he's going to go to the line and shoot 1. That's Maxime Reynaud. Again, like Maxime Reynaud is not a rim protector. Definitely is more in that he's a big guy that can pass the ball and, shoot as well. Larry shoots. Makes it there for Larry Markkinen. All right. Kings ball. Maxime Reynaud passes it to Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine there with another 3. And Zach LaVine there with another 3 there. It's a steal by the Kings. Oh, wow. And that was Malik Monk there. And a lead that went from 17 is now down to 12. All right. Do not shoot a 3, Nurkic. Oh, they're targeting Nurkic now. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Oh, this isn't good. Will Hardy's there on the side, really laying it into Walter Clayton right now. Defensively, like he just is like, he's struggling with the pace defensively. Like he's setting his guys up for like just not to. Like we had a 17-point lead. Oh my God, what have we done? What have we done? And it's back to 10. Like we've just allowed. Hold on, are there any more Kings fans in this chat? Like I see there's only one person watching, which means that Free Papua Forever and William Chen, at least one of those have left. All right. Zach LaVine with a 3. It's a miss. Finally. Oh, wow, because he's scaring me right now. Do not shoot a 3, Walter Clayton. All right. Sensabaugh there gets fouled trying to drive to the basket, but a nice drive by Sensabaugh. Forced them to foul you. And you know what I missed? I missed a 3 by Bryce Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh there with 12 points tonight. He's averaging 8.8 for the season. Sensabaugh hits the first free throw, putting the Jazz leads back up to 14. Oh, no. Russell Westbrook is back in the game. Okay. Russell Westbrook picks up the ball, passes it to Maxime Reynaud. Oh, Reynaud there. I think that's a travel. Is that a travel? Oh, Westbrook setting it up for Reynaud. Oh, nice setup there by Russell Westbrook, setting up Maxime Reynaud. All right, Yusuf Nurkic setting it up for Bryce. Bryce there with a long 2. Bryce there hitting a 2, puts the Jazz over by 100. Jazz are up by 15, but it is the Kings' ball. As long as we stop them from scoring 3s. All right, Russell Westbrook right there. Westbrook with a fadeaway. Hits a fadeaway. Oh, that's going to be Jazz ball. Ball gets poked out of Walter Clayton Jr.'s hand. They're showing highlights of Bryce Sensabaugh. Oh, it looks like Keontae George is back. He got injured earlier. Keontae's trying to set it up for Nurkic, but Russell Westbrook doing a pretty good job to get an arm in there. Keegan Murray gets 2 points. Lead there reduced to 11 now, but it is Jazz ball now. All right, Nurkic there setting things up. Nurkic gets the layup. Jazz up 102 to 89. We got just under 8 minutes to go. Westbrook has the ball now. Westbrook there to Keegan Murray. Keegan then passes to Zach LaVine. LaVine making Larry dance. And Larry Reynaud in the corner looking for a corner 3. Doesn't manage to get it. And it's a foul, another foul there by Maxime Reynaud on Larry Markkanen. The young kid is going to have to learn, just try not to foul too much. And he fouls one of the Jazz's best player. I actually feel sorry for Maxime Reynaud, because that's one whereby that's just him just not knowing what to do, having to deal with someone that's a little bit bigger than him, stronger than him, more experienced than him. Filipowski coming back into the game. Obviously, Walter Clayton Jr. coming out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Walt tends to get a lot of words towards him, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout. I think by the Kings. And there you have it. So game is on break right now. Okay, let me just do a few things and then I'm going to look at what the Jazz have done. Actually, I haven't done any of that. I've been very supportive of the Sacramento Kings and their performance and kind of hoping that they lose, obviously, because I'm a Jazz fan, but, you know, just giving them a little bit of shine, throughout. I think that they've played well, but I think their issues are a little bit of coaching issues and just not being very consistent. So let's look at the stats quickly. So 3-point percentage is around the same. Jazz a little bit better, 34%, and the Jazz a little bit better at field goal percentage. Free throws, Kings are way up. So they're at 70% now. Much, much better for the Kings. Still, Jazz are up slightly there with 76%. Turnovers, the Jazz have more turnovers, which isn't great. That's probably due to the Kings forcing turnovers. I'm just going to say the one man that's kind of responsible for that, and his name is Russell Bloodclot Westbrook. And then points in the paint. Jazz have 42 points in the paint, which is great. That needs to be closer to 50, in my opinion. But yeah, I can see why the Jazz are ahead. And then in terms of just players, like what you see from the Jazz here, obviously we got Larry Markin in there with 19 points in his 27 minutes. He's at a plus 14. He has the second best plus minus in this game. Bryce Sensabaugh has the best plus minus in this game with a plus 19. Shout outs to Bryce Sensabaugh for what he's done in this game. And I believe I could see the reason why that is. Not only is Bryce scoring points, he's driving to the basket and he's forcing them to foul him. But almost every single time he gets to the basket, he's making those challenges. He's playing some good defense and he's getting out there in transition, doing the things that we need him to do. Score buckets. I love it. I love it. So Bryce there with a plus 19 plus minus. He's got 9 points, 3 rebounds. Statistically, okay. No, hold on. I'm pretty sure he has more than that in this game. Pretty sure he has more than that. 18 points. He's got a plus 15 plus minus. 18 points out of this game, 3 rebounds. Keontae George there with 22 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Isaiah Collier there, he's only got 4 points. But if I look at how many shots Isaiah Collier even attempted to make, like it's probably going to be pretty low. But I do that all at the end of the game. Ace Bailey, I think Ace Bailey's done pretty well, but I'm surprised he only has 5 points. That's a strange one. So Lowry's there with 24 points in 33 minutes. So we got Bryce there with the best plus minus, followed by Lowry, and then close by in third place is Kyle Filipowski. So the player ratings at the end of the game are going to be very interesting to kind of talk about. So I look forward to that. So now that the game is back on, let me move this points up so you guys can see the scores. It is King's Bowl right now. Jazz are up by 13. Yeah, Malik Monk there tried to go for a layup. Didn't manage to get it. And a good block there by Kyle Filipowski. It's a 3 by Keontae. Keontae hits a 3. And that's more pain that the Jazz are going to put on the Sacramento Kings. Keontae George there with 25 points, 5 assists in this game. Shout out to Keontae George there. I'm giving a few more cheers. All right. Isaiah Collier there. Isaiah Collier there trying to go for a layup. When they foul him on that one, and Zay is going to go to the line. Now that I refreshed everything, I wonder how much points Isaiah has. Yeah, Isaiah just has 4 points. That's mad. Isaiah misses his first one. Not surprised. He will make the second one, though, Isaiah Collier. All right. Isaiah shoots a second. Oh, he misses. I haven't seen 2 misses from Isaiah in a while. Like, that has to improve. Like, that has to be almost his bread and butter. Oh, great defense there. Oh, that's a foul on Maxime Reynaud. Was it going to be side out? Kings ball. All right, Isaiah with the ball now. Sets things up. Keontae with a 3. Ooh, but it's a miss. Kings get the rebound. Keegan Murray with the ball now. We got to stop him from shooting threes. And Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine shoot a 3. It's a miss. Lowry gets the 3. Lowry gets the rebound. Oh, Bryce. Oh, Bryce there with a spin move over Zach. Bryce there watching. Bryce, you got to stop watching yourself, Bryce. Bryce there feeling himself just a bit too much. Doesn't get back on defense quick enough. And Zach LaVine gets an easy bucket. The Filipowski Keontae George connection just not really in sync on that one. Bryce sends about 20 points, 24 minutes. Nice. And I like the way how they're using him in this game because they're using him more as a small forward rather than a shooting guard. All right, Keontae George there with his 26th point. Let me change this for you guys. Keontae George. All right. Kings ball now, side out. Russell Westbrook has the ball now, setting things up. He tries to drive. Oh, yeah, but the Jazz swarm him like a set of hungry bees. And Jazz get the steal via Bryce Sensabaugh, who pass it to Keontae George to Lowry, and Lowry gets a monster dunk. And the Jazz are up by 16 right now. It's going to be a good win for the Jazz. I think I could honestly say that right now. I think we got about 4 minutes left. Yeah, we got about just under 4 minutes left. Oh, I know the play that that the Kings are missing that played well in the last game. Dennis Schroeder. That's who they had. It was Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, and Dennis Schroeder that were the problem child. And then you still had Russell Westbrook doing his thing. You know? So I'm here looking at ESPN for a sec. Because how many shots has Isaiah Collier taken? Isaiah Collier has only taken 2 shots. It's like that's what Isaiah Collier, like Isaiah Collier clearly has been told not to take that many shots. It's clear. He's only taken 2 shots. Same thing there with like Filipowski. Filipowski's only taken 4 shots. 4 shots and 2 3-pointers, one of which he's made. Isaiah Collier there hasn't taken any threes, but he's only taken 2 field goals. And he's made 1. And he's made 2 free throws. So he's 50% from free throws and 50% from the field. I mean, he hasn't taken any threes, so I can't talk about that. But in his 20 minutes, he has 1 rebound, 7 assists. Whew, 7 assists. Like, who has better assists? Nurkic has more assists with 9 assists. And Nurkic has like 7 points. And he only has 1 turnover, which is great for Isaiah Collier because he used to have a lot. He's even got a block, Isaiah Collier, 1 rebound. And he's got one of the better plus minuses out of this game and has played a healthy 20 minutes. Really nice there by Isaiah Collier. Bryce Sensabaugh has the best plus minus, still followed by Lowry. And now it's joint between Kyle Filipowski and Isaiah Collier there. So when I do talk about player ratings in another like 3-4 minutes, all right, looks like the game's coming back on. It's going to be Kings ball, and Russell Westbrook brings the ball up the court, passes to Keegan Murray there. Back to Keegan. All right, Keegan Murray. Oh, that's all shoulder there. Oh, no, it isn't. Referees don't call it. And Keegan Murray gets a nice long 2 on that one. Jazz up by 14 right now. Oh, they're playing some good defense now, the Kings. Zach LaVine is improving, people. I can confirm in this Utah Jazz game, Zach LaVine has played defense. He kind of picked up Isaiah Collier like almost full court. Oh, so it's going to be a Jazz turnover, and Kings are going to get the ball back. 3 minutes left. All right, we got Russell Westbrook with the ball now. Russ passing it to Keegan Murray. Back to Russ. Oh, to Keegan, but like we got Keontae George gets a tip as the ball was trying to get to Keegan, but almost a steal there by the Jazz. But it's going to be side out. Now Zach LaVine has the ball. Oh, Zach LaVine, he's driving. Oh, it's a miss. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's a miss. But it's still going to be King's ball. Ball goes off of Nurkic, Yusuf Nurkic, Jazz player. And we got 14 seconds left. And then, just some good smart play there by Russell Westbrook. Getting a nice, easy layup there for the Sacramento Kings. All right. We got 2.5 minutes left. Isaiah there with a floater. Isaiah gets some more points. That puts him to 6. Isaiah being really selfless. Hasn't taken hardly any shots. Playing a very good team game. You got to track your runners, guys. Russell Westbrook there with an attempted 3. Doesn't manage to get it. Yusuf Nurkic there with a double-double. And I believe he's close to a triple-double. Yusuf Nurkic, if he gets another assist. Yep, Yusuf Nurkic very close to getting a triple-double. If he gets a couple of more points and an assist. All right, Zach LaVine's going to go to the line. Zach LaVine's got 30 points right now, people. It's about 50% from the field. He puts the Kings within 13. But we got a minute 48. If we could just take care of the ball for another minute, then the Jazz should make this home free. All they have to do is just not rush this. It's a miss by Zach LaVine. It's going to be Jazz ball right now. All right, Isaiah Collier there with the ball. Pass it to Larry Marketing. Zay there to Keontae George. Is Key going to call for a screen? It's a travel. Yeah, you could see that. Minute and a half left. Take it easy, guys. Like, we can get the easy dub. All right, Kings ball again. Kings could cause the Jazz a lot of damage here. Russ drives to the basket. Oh, Maxime Reynaud tries to go for the dunk, but he gets fouled. Yusuf Nurkic fouls him, and Maxime Reynaud is going to go to the line. Kings have a chance to reduce this lead by 11. Statistically, the Kings could come back and win this game if the Jazz really mess up. You would hope they wouldn't, but theoretically it could happen, and it all could start with this free throw by Maxime Reynaud, and he makes the first, and the lead is reduced to 12, and we got basically 90 seconds to go to see if the Jazz could get another win, a win that they haven't had in a long time. So Maxime Reynaud shoots a second and makes a second. So that means the lead only goes back up to 11. That's only about 3 threes. So if the Jazz take it easy, they could get... The Jazz probably need another bucket or 2 to kind of confirm things. It's a 3 by Isaiah Collier. Gets it. And Yusuf Nurkic gets a bucket, and I think that's it. Zach LaVine with a 3. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Zach LaVine hits a 3. You know what that means. All right. The lead is only up to 10. Jazz, do not turn the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over right now. Don't do this to me. 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 All right. So Russell Westbrook fouls Isaiah Collier because we are approaching that time. Squeaky bum time, as my fellow Englishman would say it. And Isaiah shoots for his first free throw, and he makes it. And he increases the lead again back up to 11. But we just have to make sure, get all these free throws, because it's going to be close. Isaiah Collier there with 7 points and 7 assists right now. He misses the second free throw. Kings have the ball now, and Maxime Reynaud gets 2 points. It's another foul by the Kings. They are really I get it. I get the strategy. If they could force the Jazz to miss a couple free throws, I mean, Isaiah Collier there just missed one. 35 seconds to go, and they hit like 3 threes. Like, yeah, statistically, it's possible. All right, Keontae makes his free throws. So the lead back up to 10. I think if he makes his second one, I think that's it. I'm going to switch off the points right now. I'm going to stop sharing just because I don't want to see the score line anymore. You're just going to have to hear it from me. Okay, Sacramento Kings did get another bucket. Oh, that's another foul on the Jazz. Oh, on the Jazz by the Kings. Russell Westbrook is pissed. He's saying that, hey, they should have fouled the Jazz way back from the inbound pass to stop them from moving the ball. And I completely agree. Like, if you're a Kings fan, you're like, why weren't you trying to stop them earlier on? Because you know Russ is in straight up, hey, win, win, win. He's in win right now. It don't matter what team Russ plays on. He wants to win. And Isaiah Collier there hitting the second free throws. And I think that's it. Jazz are up by 11 right now. You really would have need Isaiah to miss those two. And then for the Kings to score a couple threes. So I think that puts Isaiah Collier to about 10 points and 7 assists in what he's played this game, these 24 minutes that he's played, which isn't too bad because like most of the game he hasn't taken any shots like at all. He's just been there. His primary job is to create. The Jazz have 46 points coming up off their bench. We got 23 seconds left, at least for my clock. I'm watching this live, so all right. Kings to the line. We got 19 seconds to go. Jazz still up by 11, but Maxime Reynaud is about to take his first free throw. Sorry, second free throw. Drains it, and it puts this game to 8. Like, guys, like this is where like things are getting serious now. All right, Lowry, foul Lowry. It's okay. Like, run round in a circle, Isaiah. Run round in a circle. All right, we got 10 seconds to go. The Jazz are up by 8. Yeah, like the Kings are playing like they want to win, and I don't blame them. All right, Lowry's about to take his shot. Lowry makes it. Okay, yeah. So the game's over. The game is over right now. I mean, it's not officially over, but like it's over because there's no way that you could score like 10 points in 10 seconds. Yeah, Lowry makes it 116. Maxime Reynaud with a 3. Oh, Maxime Reynaud hits a 3. Game's not over, so you know I'm selling some shares. Yeah, they are fouling all the way. The Kings, no F's given. They don't give up. I could commend that. That's that Russell Westbrook like Gene. Just, yeah. Russell Westbrook's like, screw it. No, foul him all the way. I don't blame him. I'm telling you, the guy plays to win every single time. And I love that. All right, Keontae George hits both of his free throws there. You got 3 seconds to go. And the game's over. Jazz get the dub. Jazz get the W. We get the win. We get the win. Word life. I will take that. That's exactly what the Jazz have needed. We've suffered a lot. I just got to look at some of the interactions between both guys. Zach LaVine and Larry Markkinen giving a few, congratulatory hugs there. I love the interaction between Russell Westbrook and the Jazz's players, man. I'd love to have Russell Westbrook. I'd love to have Westbrook at the Jazz. They're talking to Bryce right now.
We have a lot of talent, man. We just got to put it together. We work on it every day.
Sensabaugh talking about how he thanks his teammates for giving him the opportunities to be able to score.
Anything different when you step on the court this year on how you're finding your shot? Is there anything that just feels slightly different?
Man, it's Bryce is back. Really, just different level of confidence. It's year 3.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Bryce Sensabaugh. Like, he's had a tough season so far. He had a great preseason, and from the start of the season, like, he just hasn't been himself, and it's just taken him a while. Really, 17 games in to kind of get back to at least getting some type of like offensive game going, and this Jazz team really needs him as being a threat. Whether it's a threat coming up off the bench or whether it's a threat starting, like, I don't mind a threat nevertheless. I love that. I need to go to a Jazz game, man. I got to go to a Jazz game. I got to go to a Jazz game at some point. Okay. All right. Game's over. But as we all know, I do my player ratings. And what I like to do is I use ESPN. Okay. All right. Talking about the Kings first, just because they were first. So Drew Eubanks, I mean, he didn't really play a lot. So I can't talk about him. I can't talk about Keon Ellis, and I can't talk about Nick Clifford because they just didn't play that much. First, I'll talk about Keegan Murray. Played 45 minutes. Like, wow. Had 23 points in 45 minutes. That doesn't seem very efficient. From 3, wasn't a very efficient. Took him a bit while to get there. -7 plus minus. 9 out of 18 from the field. That's good. 50% from the field. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Like, his overall performance is actually pretty good. Was one of the leading scorers for the Kings. And I'd give him a solid 8. I think he had a good performance, Keegan Murray. You'd want to see better, but I thought he had a good performance from there. Russell Westbrook for me. Russell Westbrook has a plus 13, has the second best plus minus across the whole of the Kings team. And we all know what happened to Russ. Like, he was somebody that was basically a free agent for such a long time. And to have a team pick him up, like, he's been incredibly valuable. I would take Russell Westbrook for the Utah Jazz if we needed another point guard. I think his determination, his personality is infectious. I really like Russell Westbrook. 16 points. All right, 6 out of 16 from the field. Like, isn't that great? You want to see him get closer to about 8 out of 16. But he was 2 out of 5 from the field. I like that. So 40% from 3. 2 out of 3 from his free throws. So he had a triple double, classic Russ. A triple double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists. Only 3 turnovers. That was the highest in his team, but that's kind of what you expect. And 4 steals defensively. He was really nice. For me, I really like Russell Westbrook's performance. And even though he scored less than Keegan Murray, I have to give Russell, I have to give him an 8.5. Like, I can't give him the same as Keegan Murray, and I can't downgrade Keegan Murray to a 7.5. So I have to give Russell Westbrook an 8.5. Like, I thought it was a really good performance. DeMar DeRozan, 16 points, 50% from the field, 5 out of 5 from free throw. Hold on, I gotta pause this for a second. I need to go listen to that afterwards to see what David Locke there is talking about Isaiah Collier. So DeMar DeRozan, he had a good game, but it was an okay game. I'm probably gonna give him 7.5. I thought it was okay. Nothing to kind of like be like, oh wow, like, but like, just it was okay. It was okay. Zach LaVine, their best player by far. Plus 20 on the plus minus, really good. 34 points in his 39 minutes, 12 of 24, which means he was over 50%, almost 50% with 3-point shots, 4 out of 9, 6 out of 9 from free throws, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, only 2 turnovers. Just an overall good, solid game. I probably need to give him an 8.5. For me, he's in the same as Russ. Yeah, I got to give him an 8.5. I thought he had a really good game, Zach LaVine. I don't know what I'm going to give the Utah Jazz players, but like, I definitely got to give Zach LaVine and Russell Westbrook 8.5s. Precious Achiuwa, minus 20 plus minus. Like, the Kings' bench was the biggest problem in this game. Like, just not nowhere near good enough. And it's probably one of the reasons why they were that bad. Maxime Reynaud. Well, first of all, Precious Achiuwa, I'm going to give a 6. Just not good enough. Maxime Reynaud, in the end, he came up to do pretty well. I think Russell Westbrook set him up pretty well. And in the last quarter, like, he did get a lot more chances to do more things, and to get some points on the board. And I think he did roll pretty well. I'll give him a 7.5 by the end of the game. I know he could do more on the creative side. I just think that right now this team isn't geared towards like empowering him to be that kind of player that he was before he was in the NBA. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. Malik Monk didn't know us at all. I'm going to give him a 6. That minus 26. He was the worst player for the Kings. Like, I don't know where he was because last time the Jazz went up against the Sacramento Kings, Malik Monk, Zach Levine, Dennis Schroeder, and kind of Russell Westbrook were the big problems. And now Malik Monk just went missing. Just don't know. I'll give him a 6. Keon Ellis, I can't talk about, and neither can Nick Clifford, just because they just didn't play enough minutes. So I'm not going to talk about them. Right, so Larry Market in there, 39 minutes, 20 points, 9 out of 23 from the field. It's not good enough. Or it's just not efficient. And then 2 out of 13 from 3, oof. Was 100% from free throws, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Like, like he had a good performance. You know, did he have a similar performance to Keegan Murray? I don't know. I gotta give Larry an 8. Like, I wish I could put him in the same league as like Zach Levine and Russell Westbrook, but I gotta give him an 8. Yusuf Nurkic, I also are going to give him an 8. I thought he had a very good performance today. Very, very close to getting a triple double. All he needed was 1 more point and 1 more assist, and he would have run up with a triple double. But very good game from Nurkic. I love what he was doing today. Only 3 turnovers. Normally he would have a lot more than that. That's why I say it's a good one for him. Svi Mihailuk, I'm going to give a good solid 7 points. Started out really well. Don't know what happened. Played some good defense overall, but overall don't know what happened offensively. So I'll give him a solid 7 overall. Keontae George there, 31 points, 10 out of 19 from the field, 4 out of 9 from 3, which like actually is pretty well. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. Like, he really has the full gambit. And that's why. Is he better than Keegan Murray? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give him. I don't know. Like, is Keontae George has the same amount of just as good as a performance as Zach Levine? I'm gonna say no. Like, I gotta give Keontae George an 8. He's in the same league as Larry Markin and Keegan Murray. So I gotta give Keontae George an 8. Ace Bailey got injured. Started out well. I liked what Ace gave, but got injured. Didn't manage to come back to whereby I just feel like these could have been more if he stayed in the game, because then he would have had more opportunities, especially later on, to do more. So I'm just going to give Ace Bailey a 7.5, just as default. But I did like his game. Finished on a +1 overall. Like, I did like his performance. But yeah, he's probably going to have to slowly learn to bulk up, so some of these injuries don't keep happening. Kevin Love there, loved what he gave throughout this game. Hit down a couple of threes, which was nice. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Just a real nice overall performance. And I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well. I loved what he gave throughout this game. Kyle Filipowski, I thought, also had a very good game from him. Even though 21 minutes played, even though he only had 8 points, what he was doing for the team overall was exactly what we needed. Acted as another secondary creative hub, played some good defense when he could. Still a few kind of fouls, but like overall, pretty well. And he did have the second highest plus minus with a +10, which was good. And then, well, Filipowski, I'll give Filipowski a 7.5. Then Bryce, 28 minutes, 20 points, 6 out of 11 from the field. So over 50%, 2 out of 5, so 40% from 3. And it hit 6 out of his 8 of his free throws, 3 rebounds. Okay, no assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. And a plus 11 on the plus minus. I think Bryce was probably our most impactful player. But should I give Bryce an 8.5? That's the question. Should I give him an 8.5? No. No, I'm so tempted to be biased towards the Jazz. Should I give him an 8.5? I mean, like he did do well, but like if I'm just looking at the numbers, like I know Bryce had an impact on the game, but I really like what Russell Westbrook was doing. Like he really was the driving force, way like a lot more than Bryce. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give Bryce an 8. Yeah, I can't put him on that Russell Westbrook level. And then Isaiah Collier, I thought also had a really good game. Maybe not quite as good as Bryce, but still he had a great impact on the game. Created chances for the guys. Definitely set the trend. Definitely set the trend and definitely set the trend. Oh, sorry about that, guys. He set the tone for the game, Isaiah Collier, and that's what I loved. He was only focused about the team. You could clearly tell that he was told, like, yeah, go up there and set things up for the guys. They need more creativity. That's why you're in the game. And that's exactly what he did. Like, he only took 4 shots, 50% from the field, only took 1 3, 9 points, 7 assists, 1 rebound, only 1 turnover, 1 block. I'll give Isaiah Collier a good 8. And then Walter Clayton Jr. I can't talk about because he only did 9 minutes. So I would say probably the player that I liked the most was probably Russell Westbrook. I just felt his overall impact on the game. He was there offensively and defensively. I loved his driving force for that Sacramento Kings team. And even though the Jazz did win, like the Jazz's win was really about Lowry, Keontae, Nurkic, Isaiah, and Bryce all playing really well at the same level. But in terms of just flat out individual dominant performance, whereby I believe that their impact was so profound that it directed the win or directed the result. Like for the Jazz, it was more so like it was shared about more compared to the Kings. Whilst like Russ, I felt like Russ really like just grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and just dragged. Same thing with Zach LaVine there. I felt like he hasn't been playing well, Zach LaVine. Like he's received a ton of criticism. But he's gone out there and he played really well and got a lot of points for the Kings. Wasn't enough because I think that the Jazz's starting five and particularly their bench, like that's what really, really did well for the Jazz. So for me, I'm going to give it to Russ as being my player of the game. I like what Russ gave. I thought he had a pretty well good balance performance. And yeah, that's my reasons behind it. So if you agree or disagree, leave a comment below. If you agree, love it. Leave a comment below. If you disagree, leave a comment and tell me why you don't like it. And then we'll go from there. But that's it for me for the end of tonight. I just want to say thank you very much for watching the game. Really appreciate it. The support, even if you're watching it live. I see there's only one person left in the live. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It does help the channel out. I'll be doing another one of these on Sunday, and we got the Houston Rockets that I believe Kevin Durant will be out of this game on Sunday, but then we face the Houston Rockets again on Monday, and I think that's where Kevin Durant will going to be, and I think he's out for family reasons is what they said for the reason why he was out. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. So I'll be back here again on Sunday and then again on Monday, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, once again, please, thanks again for everything. Do remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, which will be on Sunday.